Hey guys, nice to see you guys again.
You too.
How you doing?
Very good.
Very good.
Yeah, having a great time here.
It's so fun being here.
Yeah.
It's nice to see you. Slightly different weather from London.
Yeah.
When we saw you last. We are not used to the heat though. We were at the event last night and we were sweating. Everyone else was.
It's not even hot these days.
I know.
We're useless.
Yeah.
Useless. We were wearing a lot of clothes though, to be fair.
Yeah, we were wrapped up. Yeah.
How was the reception from Brazilian fans?
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's
Unmatched, it really is.
The fans here, there's a reason you guys have such an amazing reputation all over the world because that welcome was mind-blowing.
The screams.
Yeah, we felt like we were in One Direction. It was crazy. I was like, I never thought I, as a woman, would get the experience of what it's like to be in a boy band, but Brazil gave me that. It was so cool.
Yeah.
And they all they looked amazing. They were all dressed up.
Yeah.
Like they were making us laugh. They had a Colin Bridgerton cutout.
They did. Yeah.
They made us loads of pollen, friendship bracelets.
Yeah.
Like we could, there's no way we could have felt more welcome here. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
We love you guys.
We love you back. Seriously.
So, we just saw part 1 of the 3rd season, and we reached the moment that everybody was waiting, that balling happened.
Yeah.
And you guys had time to build up these characters from season 1 to the 3rd one. How was it? And in this season, they have like a transformation, makeover, both of them. So how was it to portray this?
Yeah, it was amazing to work with all the different departments that we've worked with previously on previous seasons in like creating this sort of physical transformation for both of our characters. And then like the emotional side was like our department of being like, let's work with hair and makeup and costume and set design. And everyone just sort of came together. But also was like really special that we felt so involved and like welcomed us into the conversations about the changes that we were going to make. And then there's a emotional progression throughout the season. We still got plenty more of that to see.
There's so much to come because like Luke said, it's a gradual progression. And from episode 1 to episode 8, it's like they're completely different people.
Yeah.
And I love that. So like in part 2, so much goes on.
So much.
Trying
I can't
not
believe.
to be spoilery, but I think 5 and 6 have a very special place in my heart.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm curious now.
There's just the mode that I just love it.
Yeah.
I really love it.
I remember for a really long time we'd only got to see up to 6, and actually that's as far as you've gone.
Yeah, I'm saving the final 2.
Yeah.
I haven't watched them yet because but I'm weird like this. I've done this with loads of shows that I love. Like I've never seen the finale of Broad City, which I adore. I waited for years to watch the end of 30. I finally have watched that, but I'm like, once it's done, it's done.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know, do I want to wait until it's out in the world?
I know.
For every other season, I've seen all of it before it's come out, and then on the release day, it's a bit like, oh, okay, well, I've nothing.
Yeah,
I can watch it again.
Yeah.
But
yeah. I should have
I'm
done
anxious. I always binge watch everything.
I know, but that's why I know some of the fans are mad, but that's why I like that it's in 2 parts.
Yeah.
Because it gives us time to like process.
Yeah.
You know, and then all the memes about the carriage are killing me.
Yeah.
They're so funny. We were honestly shaking with laughter watching them.
And also, we probably wouldn't be here promoting because if it had come out, it kind of drops and then everyone watches it in one day and then it's done. So this gives like us an opportunity to go to places and meet fans and share the experience together.
Definitely.
Thank God you're here.
We're so happy. Honestly, it's amazing.
You talked about the carrier scene.
Yes.
And everybody was freaking out about this. I want to know, did you guys expect that scene to be so intense? And did you have like an intimacy coach? How was it? Because you guys have been acting together for a long time. And I think you have intimacy, but not on scene.
Yes.
So how was it for you?
We had an amazing intimacy coordinator. Her name is Lizzie Talbot, and she's worked on the show since season 1. And she's just so good at her job because she makes you feel like really prepared and comfortable and in the driver's seat. Because for those scenes, they need to feel real. And it's actually been great feedback. Some of it, people have been like, it feels like I'm interrupting like a private moment. And we're like, good, because it should feel real. But an intimacy coordinator just gives you a framework to do stuff, and then a lot of the shooting of that scene, it was just the two of us in this small little carriage. So it did feel intimate, but it felt like we know what we were doing and we had control, and I love watching it back, which I know might sound weird to people, but I'm so proud of it. Like,
it's so beautifully written, that scene.
Oh, I love it.
I just think the different themes that we explore, and they're both in totally different places when we arrive in the carriage, and then they leave in the same place. Like, how nice is that they go through this like journey in the space of like 5 minutes.
The first time ever in their lives, maybe since they were children, where they fully see each other, and they're both in love. And because she thinks that
horny.
They're so horny, so horny. Going into Bridgerton House, like, hey, I've seen some memes that I will not repeat, but
Really?
Oh, well, I'll tell you later.
I didn't read the book, so I was like shocked with that scene. I was like, oh my God, I never thought that Penelope would do that and with Colin.
She's wanted to for a while.
Yeah, I know. And we have more to come, like scenes like this that fans are expecting. And we have like the fans that really like the series because it's different from the books, and we have the ones that are like, we want the book to be like the same on the series.
Totally,
So how do you guys manage that on set and when you guys read the script?
I think we're sort of lucky in that we don't have any hand in the writing of the show. So that decision is sort of made for us. But then at the same time, Luke and I definitely felt, a duty of care towards the book fans, that we would love some lines included, and Jess was such an amazing showrunner that there was certain lines that fans really love, like, am I a mess? Like, you're my mess, like stuff like that. We said to her, they love that, so could that be included? And she was so open about it.
Yeah, she was.
And so into that. But I think this show is always going to be different because it's an ensemble, whereas the books very much just focus on the couple. But, for this to continue as a show, you need to be invested in, Benedict and Eloise and, what's happening with Kate and Anthony. All of that needs to work together, I think.
And now I have the secret that Penelope is late whistle down.
Yes.
And Colin doesn't know about it. So what can we expect from the discovering of Lady Whistle Down?
How much can we say? I mean, what's really fun to play is, no matter how happy they are, if that secret is still kept, it's like this underlying tension.
Stresses me out
like,
so much. I used to hate it because I was like, they're so happy, and I was like, oh no, no. And also the thing is, Eloise knows. That is a really massive issue because Eloise is like, you think you're going to marry my brother and not tell him this?
Eloise is...
She's ready. She's coming for her throat.
It's one of those secrets that the more people know, gets more risky. And she's like the worst one that could know. She's so annoyed with Penelope anyway. And they had just kind of started to be not as bad, but then it's like, oh, and I, by the way, want to marry your brother, and I've been in love with him forever. Not great.
Not great at all.
No.
What do you guys think people are going to say about the second part?
Well, after seeing the response of part 1, I think they're going to be blown away.
There's so much still to come.
Every time that we see these responses online, even having a conversation with Jess recently, the showrunner, she was like, and they've only seen half. Like, it's wild to think that they've seen 4 hours of the full season and people are so excited by it. And it's the progression, whether it's about intimacy or those sweet comedy moments or like the growth of our characters, it just gets juicier and juicier as we go on.
That's some of my favourite bits. So like when I watched, because we filmed the episodes 2 at a time, but we did it like obviously months and months ago, like over a year ago, most of it. But like watching it back, I'm like, oh yeah, that. And also the moments of them just like being in love are just some of the best moments. And it's what we've not had much of in Bridgerton yet, because a lot of the times when the couples, are falling in love, there's still like that big tension, and there is. Colin just doesn't know about it. Oh, it's so bad.
But they normally get there towards the end, whereas we've like hit the
We have a real honeymoon period that you get to see, and I love it so much. It's so sweet.
Oh my God, I'm dying to watch it.
It's gorgeous,
Guys, thank you so much for your time.
Of course.
Thank you.
Enjoy seeing you guys again.
I hope so. That'd be great.
And maybe on third season you're gonna come back to Brazil.
Oh my God.
I hope so.
Please. We'll be back anytime.
Definitely.
We're invited.
Of course, we're gonna have a caipirinha together.
God, Definitely.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
how you enjoy in Brazil.
Beautiful. We love it.
It's amazing here,
Yeah.
it really is.
You guys have noticed that we have a little bit of passionate fans and
Just a little
just
bit.
a little bit.
No, it's been amazing.
What was, you remember your first interaction with Brazilian fandom or something that really caught your attention in this trip?
I think we've actually noticed from like the very beginning when we first got cast.
Yeah.
I knew actually before it was even announced we were cast because I knew about the fandom from the book series because there was so much online. I was like, wow, they love this.
Yeah,
Like, because
yeah.
I'd never heard of Bridgerton before
Yeah.
I auditioned for the show. And yeah, they just love the book so much. And the Brazilian fans would find out our filming locations in season one
yeah.
when the show wasn't a thing yet. And I was like, whoa, these
From, like,
Brazilians, I know everything. I always say, like, if I ever go missing, which, you know, touch wood, hope I don't, I'm like, I want them on it because they will find me in an hour.
I can't really put it down to a specific thing, but just the experience as a whole sort of changes you, and it sounds
Yeah,
really
no, it does.
like, you know, this show, the scale of the show is so huge and it's very overwhelming, and we have, you know, there's a couple every season that sort of go through this journey that we're now going through. So I think that is something that I'll always take with me. Obviously changed my life in so many ways, but yeah, just like the experience of it and really diving deep into this beautiful love story that we're both really big fans of, I think.
It's a really special thing because, like, when we're old and grey, we can look back. I'll never have this experience with someone else. I'll never, like, and you like, we went through it together and we have such good teammates in it. We're even, like, obviously still doing now, touring the world. And it's amazing. I think for me, it's actually made me less cynical.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we talked about
We
this.
did talk about this the other night because, like, I think playing out a love story for that amount of time, you know, you live in it so much that you're like, oh, maybe love is nice, then fine.
And Bridgerton is a huge success on Netflix. If you could choose another Netflix show to do a crossover, who you want to be in Bridgerton's world?
I think we might like the same one because I just thought of someone.
Really?
Joe Keery.
Oh yeah, we love it.
We love a bit of Joe Keery.
From Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Yeah. What would he do? He'd come in.
Maybe he's like a traveling salesman from the Americas.
Maybe he comes back with news of Cousin Jack.
Yeah.
Something about him, he's in prison or something.
Yeah,
His dodgy
okay. Yeah.
dealings.
We talk him up with
Next
Eloise.
season. Oh my god, brilliant.
Please.
Yeah.
You guys are writing a fanfic right now.
Yeah.
It's all we're
Joe, get in
working.
touch.
And what was your favorite scene to shoot this season?
In part 2, I won't say too much, but there are some beautiful moments, like almost like summary moments, like moments of like revelations where they sort of get back to the core values and they really understand each other.
There's one with just the two of us.
Yeah.
It might be in the final ep, and we watched it together for the first time. It made me cry. I was like,
Don't cry. Yeah,
wow.
It's beautiful. Yeah.
There's loads though. Like, I think there's something in every episode which stands out.
Yeah.
Because it was 8 months of our lives filming, so there's too much to boil it down
Pick
just to
one. Yeah.
And next question. What is worst, being gossip for Lady Elizabeth Down,
Okay.
or having Portia Paddington as a mother-in-law?
As a mother-in-law. Wow. I think.
This is all on you, really.
I think the gossip of Whistledown is worse because it can affect not only you, and I think also Colin's grown up, and I think he can handle himself a little bit more this season. I think, you know, him and Portia, they'll see eye to eye, hopefully. I
think, I always was really rooting for Portia to, like, you know, some like mother-in-laws like kind of have a crush on the son-in-law. But I was like, I just want that so bad. I just think it would be so good.
Latam, Daniela, ação.
Sorry about yesterday that I was speechless, but you look so stunning in real life. Well, always, but yesterday was like, wow.
Oh, here's the thing. Well, we were actually sweating yesterday because we are like two Celtic babies, not used to this like beautiful Latin American heat. So every couple of interviews, you had to turn around and get powdered.
I came all the way from Colombia. Have you ever heard about my country or visited?
I've never visited. I would love to. Of course, you know about the icon that is Shakira. You know
I've seen him from Modern Family. There's references, one of the characters. But yeah, maybe we should learn a word.
Were you actually friends in real life before, or you met in Bridgerton?
So we met on Bridgerton in 2019. We had a mutual friend called Emma Sherry. I did DM her and was like, I'm about to work with this guy. And
She said out of the two of us that I'm her favourite,
no, she
but let's not
didn't.
go
I'm
into that.
definitely her favorite.
And who was the favorite?
Definitely me.
Yeah, probably was
Of
you.
course. Who's saving whom? Is Colin saving Penelope, or it's all the way around?
I think probably Penelope is saving Colin mostly. I think there's an element of both. I feel like they both support each other and help each other like discover who they really are and get back to who they truly are. I feel like it's
a bit of both.
Yeah.
Because I think it's what I really love about this season, and you'll see it more in the second half. I'm very excited for it. Is like they're a really good example of a healthy couple because they're both like individuals, but they grow together. Which is what I think like the foundation of a good relationship is. Like they're not compromising who they are, but they're making each other better people.
I love that. So you think that friendship is like a main thing in a healthy relationship?
100%.
yeah, you have to truly know each other. I think it's important.
Definitely.
It's said that each character leaves a mark on the actor who portrays them. What do you think that yours left in you as an actor and as a person off screen?
Wow. I think there are so many things. I think being given this opportunity to lead the show just changes you as an actor. It gives you like a different level of responsibility. You really get to explore like a range. I think every experience that you do as an actor like kind of changes you. I'm trying to think of like qualities. I guess maybe like at the start of this season, like Colin coming back with a sense of confidence, but really like the flip side of that, finding like true confidence in who he really is as he goes on, like later throughout the season. I think that's something that I'm trying to inhabit and take on board a little bit. Yeah.
What is the first thing, physical or not, you notice in a man?
It's sense of humor actually. Yeah, if someone can make me properly laugh, that's
Me too. I love that.
Yeah.
And what is a message we can send to all the Penelopes in the world?
I think, it's interesting because I definitely found playing her this season. She was like trying to grow in confidence to find a husband. I was trying to grow in confidence to like be the lead of this show. And it was a process, but I think you've got to try and believe in yourself and back yourself and don't, and embracing who you truly are is actually where your real power is in the world. You don't have to be somebody else, you just have to take who you are and celebrate it.
Okay, I am one of those.
You are?
Yeah, I love it. Thank
I
you so
love that.
much.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
That was
Thank you.
fun.
It's a great outfit.
Before we dive into the series, I have to ask, how was the funk party yesterday?
Epic.
Such a vibe.
It really, really was, because I said to Luke before we went downstairs, I was like, I never dance at parties anymore, I'm so boring. And I literally was like, your drunk aunt in the corner, like, I was loving it.
And Nicola danced yesterday.
A little bit. I had a lot of dress on, so it was more like a little shuffle, but I couldn't stop, it was so good.
And were you familiar with Brazilian funk? Do you know some artists in Brazil?
I had never, we met MC Carol yesterday, she was very cool. She was an amazing performer.
We met some amazing people yesterday.
We did.
Like a little meet and greet and lots of people came to see us.
Yeah.
It was great fun. Yeah.
In the first 2 seasons, we saw the story of 2 couples from the start.
Yes.
In season 3, it's different.
Yeah.
Because Penelope and Colin were already friends. How was it to play out this storyline?
It was amazing.
Yeah. I think it's the best thing about this season is the history between these two. We've seen them grow up from these like awkward teenagers that would never be considered the most popular within the town or
not
felt
the
seen.
diamonds.
Yeah. And now they're taking center stage, and I think it's really beautiful to play their love story out. Yeah.
And do you think friends can fall in love in the real life?
Yeah, of course they can. Of course. I mean, I feel like it's a really beautiful foundation for a relationship because you really know the person and you can, have the time. But it's funny because I think in real life, if I were Penelope's friend, I would have told her to forget about it. Yeah. But then I think it's that, like you see it at first, well, the audience is seeing now that beautiful moment in the carriage when, the carriage stops and Colin says, could the driver not keep on driving? And they just laugh together. and you don't get that kind of intimacy without knowing someone. It's beautiful.
I think I'm learning more and more that people have experienced the friends to lovers trope. Like lots of people come up to me and say, you know, I had that sort of romance growing up, or so yeah, I'm learning more and more that people really resonate with it. Yeah.
Fans have been rooting for the Pauline romance for ages. But some fans even ship Nicola and Luke in real life. How do you feel about that?
It's just sweet.
It means we've done the right job.
100%. Like, I think, you know, it's the kind of thing I think some people get worried about it, but we just have a laugh about it because we also do love each other, you know? We have such a great relationship. Like, Luke's one of my favorite people. I would never have done a press tour this long with someone I even like. There's absolutely no way.
Yeah.
But no, but yeah, there is, if they're seeing it, there is real love there. So yeah, they don't have to worry about that.
Wow. Are sexy scenes in the series? It's easy to film, or it's easier when you film with a friend?
Yeah, I think it's one of those things you can't ever predict how you're going to feel, and I probably thought, having known Nick for 4 years before, that it would be more awkward to like film those scenes with a friend, but actually it felt easier. I feel like we felt safer. And then actually as the journey went on, you know, we start off with a kiss and then it gets more intense as the season goes on. We just felt comfortable in that, and it was, the focus is always about like it looking authentic and true. This like beautiful love story that we're very passionate about. We love this story, so to try and bring that to life as authentic as possible was like the goal. And
so like anything with a scene partner or like a leading man, like there's just like there needs to be a foundation of trust and respect, and once there's that, you can kind of go anywhere with it. And we had to go so many places with these characters, not just in the intimate scenes, but it was amazing because if you have that, you're like, well, then I've got a teammate and a partner, we can just like go for it.
Yeah.
And I know, guys, you broke some furniture. What happened there?
How much can we say?
I don't know.
There'll be an opportunity for fans to notice. It hasn't made the final edit.
No, it was not. It's a sexy moment, so it didn't, you know.
Us breaking into laughter isn't going to make it, unfortunately.
We were barely wearing anything.
Yeah.
You didn't collapse on top of me, though.
No.
Which is nice of you. You got to work out that day to remember you were one arm.
Yeah, I was exhausted after that.
Actually, we both were really
Yeah. But I think, it's a cool moment that fans can now, there's like a little...
I wonder if that
moment.
You had to ask Netflix to release just the audio of it.
Yeah, I don't think...
Because I absolutely broke... No, you can't. No, it's not like a... No.
And Nicola, you mentioned in another interview, I stand in front of the mirror.
Yeah.
That was very inspiring.
Yeah.
Why?
You know, it's interesting. I think these scenes are so planned out, and we have for that particular scene we had a storyboard of what they wanted to do. But then Luke and I had a lot of decision in what the final product ended up being, and you know, it's the two of them in front of the mirror together. And I thought, no, because it's like he undresses her, but it's totally up to you what you want to show and don't want to show. And in that moment, I was like, I just want to take ownership. It was like a very selfish thing. Someone said to me that you did it for the haters. I was like, I would never do anything for people that don't like me. That doesn't drive me at all. I did it for myself, selfishly, to go like, I just felt like powerful in that moment. I was really supported by Luke. Like, it was amazing. And we both like physically got quite naked in that scene, but there was such a trust there with one another that I felt really, really safe. And also I was like, I want to look back when I made it and go, hell yeah, I did that, you know?
And we shot it over like 3 days. So, and we each sort of had our moment of feeling more exposed.
Yeah.
So it felt important that we could support each other on those, each day, because we really had to take our time with that and felt really supported by everyone, all departments around us, just kind of.
And it's sad because you hear a lot about, more so in the past, of people doing sex scenes and them feeling not safe and leaving feeling bad. But we left filming that scene over those days and we felt amazing.
Yeah.
You know, we felt really empowered, happy with what we'd done, and like we'd done the service to the story and characters. We drank champagne and ate pizza, which is what, you know, everyone's experience shouldn't be, but we were lucky that we had it. So, and also watching it back, I thought I was going to be, I was terrified. But when I was watching, I was like, I loved it. It's beautiful. It's so sweet and funny and real, and
We don't love it enough to watch it with our family.
God, no, it's way too much. Absolutely not. I do not want to see it on the big screen.
Right, it does look beautiful,
Yeah.
And to finish our conversation, what message the third season of Bridgerton sent to fans?
I think there are so many important themes this season from all different storylines, but as a whole, it seems like it's about accepting yourself for all the things that you may think are not desirable, or the parts of you that maybe you're slightly embarrassed by, or whatever. Like, about accepting yourself for who you are, and also finding someone that sort of loves that about you. I think it's a really beautiful thing that they grow together. They grow as individuals and love all those things. You know, those core values that they had as children that they've now are now trying to come back to in the later half of the season.
Wow. I was wondering about that kiss scene because some fans were like, why did she do that? What was she thinking?
Yeah.
And I wanted you guys to clarify what she was thinking and what he was thinking when he gave her the kiss.
Yeah, sure.
I think it's a funny one because it's taken straight from the books. So it's something that she asks him to kiss her. But I was nervous in playing it because I thought, are the audience going to be on her side? And they're like, girl, why are you asking him? But you have to put yourself in the mind frame that she's in, because she believes that she has screwed up her life, that she's ruined her chances on the marriage market, and she sees a life for herself in which she's stuck with her mother and her sisters being terrible to her forever. She's got no prospects other than that. When she's asking for that one kiss and that will be it, she genuinely means that. She's like, he doesn't like me, but I just want to know what it's like to be kissed once. So she just has, like, you know, nothing to lose at that point.
Yeah. It's interesting because there's not one part of her that's like, maybe this will spark something.
Not at all.
Which it obviously does, but like, there's not one part of her that's thinking this could lead to something else, or maybe he'll finally see me. It's just that thing of like ticking that off, I need that done before.
And it's the moment that the tables turn, and I love that it's that moment, because, you know, it could be like when he, you know, maybe sees her walk down the stairs or sees her with another gentleman, but the moment that he realizes he has feelings for her is because there's an electricity in their kiss. But it's amazing because she pulls away and goes, I've just embarrassed myself so much, I've just had this kiss, I'll never have it again. It's like it hits her and she like runs away, and then
he
he's
pulls
like,
away and he's like, oh shit.
Do you think he was just being a good friend for her?
I think he's got this hero complex where he wants to help those that he really cares for. So I think he sort of sees that it's not the best idea, and you kind of feel that in that scene, you know, the way it's written so beautifully, that he's just slightly reluctant of like, we shouldn't be doing this anyway, like this is forbidden, but that also like ramps up how like sexy it is, because
totally.
it's like, so he's kind of just trying to help, and then it's that initial just like connection that kind of sparks it all from there.
Since you're talking about sexiest part,
Yeah.
that carriage scene, what was she thinking? Because I was so worried for her, like, what if he bails on her?
when he leaves the carriage, I think she's like, oh no, that like, it's a secret, like, you know, your family are going to see me. She just can't, it's also a lot for her to process. It's not thinking, her, you know, her brain is elsewhere, I think, at that point. No, she doesn't think that, she really doesn't think he's about to propose to her at all.
Well, she's just been so frustrated at him and angry because he's just messed up.
I love that, like, Colin's best argument against Deblingon is that he's too particular.
You're
like, that's rubbish.
I love when he's like trying to, like, the way it was written, when he's like trying to think of things and he's just not right for you, like can't think of anything, because he's actually like a good match.
He's grand.
Yeah.
You know,
but he's not right for Penn, let's face it.
he's not right.
And I was wondering, what was the funniest thing from this part that you had to shoot? Not because the scene was funny, but something happened, something weird.
We got terrible giggles. I guess it was the first romantic scene we had to do. When, you know, he's giving her the courting lessons in Bridgerton drawing room, and I had to say, you know, your eyes are the most remarkable shade of blue, but we just got hysterical.
Yeah, people's tummies were rumbling. And that was making us laugh, which sounds ridiculous. And then once we set off, like,
it was bad, and it's just like, and then every single thing is funny, like every tiny noise, and just looking at one another. It's also a funny moment because it's Penn kind of catches herself off guard and like gets lost in his eyes, and then I was like, I can't look you in the eye. I have to look at your eyebrow, it was silly. It was very silly.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you so
Welcome
much.
to Brazil. I hope you're having fun.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
So, hi guys, nice to know that you're a gentleman also off screen,
Yes.
not only on screen, so no acting needed for this.
Very much a gentleman, yeah.
So now I think I'm gonna use those news episodes as relationship advice.
Okay.
So
Right, yeah.
I'd like a little help from you guys.
Sure.
So calling has been showing kind of male traits that we are used to. That's like, oh, they only know what they have once they lost them,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
What would you guys say about this behavior? Do you think it works, Nicola?
Definitely works. No, it does. I think also if something is for you, it's meant to be, but I think you should never be afraid of walking away because the right person will come after you. Yeah, it's not like, I think it had to happen. Penn had to take Colin down off the pedestal and walk away and start working on herself.
Yeah.
Because also it's important to love yourself and to have faith in yourself and back yourself and be like, know what you bring to the table, and she doesn't really know that. So if she had continued like puppy dog eyes, like I love him, it would never have worked out. Yeah.
So would you say that's true for?
Yeah, well, we often get asked if there's any advice we would give our characters before the season. And actually, I always say there's nothing that I would say because they need to go through that journey and make those mistakes. Colin needs to lose her before he realizes what he had with her. But also it's that same thing of they're both growing up and evolving, and that's when they kind of align. They get to a moment of alignment where, you know, Penelope has grown in confidence. She's had this makeover, but actually she's grown in confidence, you know, with the whole charm school. We love that she's like the best student ever because she suddenly goes from like him teaching her a bit, and then she's like, okay, I got this. I can get anyone that I want. Yeah, I think it's a good lesson for him to have. Yeah.
And it's funny that you said that because while watching the show, it was like, okay, after episode 4, we're gonna see if, you know, will they, won't they? But I think it's becoming harder for Penelope to hide Lady Whistledown from Colin. So, but at the same time, I'm like, oh, if I were in her shoes, I don't know if I would, you know, tell that such a huge part of myself to this guy. What would be your advice?
I am a big believer in just telling the truth, because I think if you put it all out there, then you know what you're dealing with. And look, everyone in life has secrets and things that they maybe don't like about themselves or that they want to work on or whatever. I mean, not very many people have a secret identity that they're rich from. That is why it's a problem.
Or they hide
that we know of,
There we go.
right? But I think it's always better to tell the truth, because the truth, I always think the truth does come out too.
Yeah.
So you might as well just be like, here it all is.
And it's also, it's not even a selfish thing of like, it feels good to be completely open and honest with someone. And for someone to see you for every part of you. Like, it's like a beautiful thing, and it can only make them get closer. So yeah, I think my advice would be tell them in the most gentle way.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's really tricky, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hug up with them first, get them in a good mood. And then
Yeah.
by the way,
Yeah.
I made myself.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try those advices. Maybe that's what's wrong with me. So
There's nothing wrong with you. Nothing.
my love life says differently.
No.
I started it. So you guys had a bit of a taste of Rio, of Brazil last night.
Yes.
What do you think Lady Whistledown would write about the Brazilian?
She would have had a great time.
She would have
last
had
night.
a ball. We said she wouldn't have probably written very much because she would have been having too much fun.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know, because like a big part of her job is listening to what people are saying, but that funk music was playing loud, so I should have been like, ugh.
I feel like she could have had there was probably a lot of gossip going on there.
So
I would
much
have loved
gossip.
to have heard the conversations there. But then she'd need a translator as well.
She needed a translator. Yeah. It'd be a lot of admin for her.
What's Brazilian body languages?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, exactly. She can report on that. Yeah.
Thank you
Amazing.
guys
Thank you so much.
It was amazing. I was already in love with you before.
Oh, you're so lovely.
Thank you.
Hi guys, my name is Kalel. How are you? I'm from Claudia Magazine. How are you doing?
Good.
Very well, yeah.
So guys, my first question is, how does success of Bridgerton affect your lives and careers?
Wow, that's a big question, isn't it?
It is.
I mean, the easy answer is we're in Brazil right
Yeah, yeah.
Like we've been able to, for the first season, travel the world and promote the show and meet, you know, events like last night, like actually see like a human reaction of like how much this show means to people and talk about it. And now that it's out, feel like a sense of relief of like, we can talk about the spoilers of part one and talk about the scenes that people really resonate with. So yeah, I don't know. I guess there are so many factors.
So many. I also mean sometimes after you get off a 12-hour flight, you haven't showered, you've got no makeup on, people want a picture, you're like, oh, I'm going to look so bad. So bad. There's that too.
I imagine. And what was the hardest scene to shoot in season 3 for you guys?
Oh, I don't like, well, I'm just too sensitive in life in general, but I don't like the scenes where like they're not getting on.
On conflict, yeah.
Oh, we're not very conflict driven people at all.
And there's quite a bit of that with different pairings this season. It's like difficult with Eloise and they're difficult. Also the ball scenes are just like a marathon.
Oh yeah.
Because you come in, it's a beautiful set and you kind of get swept away by that. But we shoot them, even if it's only a 5-minute ball, we'll shoot it over a week. Wow. And there's hundreds of people.
A million elements, dancers. They have a crane for the camera, so that takes forever to set up. And also I think we have a lot of introverted qualities, both of us. So being around that many people for that long gets a bit like,
Exhausting.
So but then you watch the show back and they look so incredible. It's so worth it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Nicola, in season 3, your characters tries to fit in to be accepted at some point. So I was wondering, in your personal life, have you ever have to fit in to be accepted, and how did you manage to break that way of thinking?
No one's ever asked me that question. It's always exciting getting a question you haven't been asked. Yeah, I think so. I think in my early 20s, I mean, I grew up in the era of the manic pixie dream girl, and I was like, I should be like that, and I should be, you know. And then I think I grew out of it, thank God. And you know, you shouldn't make yourself a version of something that's just an idea.
Yes.
You know, you need to just like embrace who you are and sort of, and like, you know, I'm a real girl's girl and I love like reality television, and that's not manic pixie dream girl shit at all. But I am who I am.
Amazing. And guys, one of the main themes of Bridgerton is gossip. Yes. So what is the most controversial, I don't know, what is the craziest gossip that anyone has ever told about you guys in the media or in your life in general?
So much.
Yeah, don't know.
Yes, it's too.
There's a lot, isn't there?
There's a lot. I'm trying to think of like a funny one.
Yeah. Oh God. They're all going through my brain. Things. Don't say that.
No, I know. Well, there's stuff, I won't say what it is, the stuff I read about Luke on Demois that I'm like, that is not true. And I like, want to defend you about it. But I'll just say blanket statement, a lot of stuff I've seen about you is not true.
Yeah.
And I want to defend you. I'm like, that's my boy, like I'm not going to...
Not even an element of it.
I've had some hilariously untrue things, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
But then it's not worth your while to, you know.
Yeah, I can't really think. Maybe places that people think that we are. And we're not, or like this.
Spotted at this restaurant. I'm like, I've never been there in my life. I've never been there.
That's always quite funny. Yeah.
Like you just saw a short woman.
And guys, speaking of this, how do you deal with the pressure of fame and everything that goes with it?
Work in progress, I think.
It is, yeah. Because I think I delude myself every time the show comes out that things won't change, and they do.
Yeah.
And like I woke up the other morning and J-Lo followed me on Instagram, and I'm like, that's mad. That is wild.
Yeah,
why?
that is wild.
How does she know who I am? I'm promoting more of this. It's weird. It's funny because I think we both like when we're not doing all of this to have a very low-key life. Like my life is not
totally
very exciting, and I want it to be that way.
Yeah. I think it's something that I feel like I'm still figuring out, and obviously the show only came out like a few days ago, so it's like the whole whirlwind of that. But also there's something reassuring in the fact that it does settle. You know, it becomes like overwhelming for a short amount of time, and then the next Netflix show drops.
Absolutely, and also the next couple drops. So it's we're sort of in the eye of the storm right now, but you're like, it's going to be someone else's story next time, and it's quite nice. I think if we had to sustain this for 8 seasons, I'd be like, I can't do that. So it's nice we have our little moment, but then we're going to pass the torch on to someone else.
Amazing, guys. Thank you so much for the
you.
interview. I love talking to you. And congratulations on the season 3. It's amazing.
Thank you so much.
And I hope to talk with you soon enough.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
Pauline is my favorite couple from Julia Quinn books.
Oh.
It's my favorite book. So you are perfect as Pauline
Thank
and
you
Penelope.
so
Thank you
much.
so much. So for both of you, what is the biggest challenge of being friends to lovers couple with all the fans' expectations?
Wow. There's been an overwhelming sense of support, really. And I feel like Jess, our showrunner, has done such a beautiful job in putting elements from the books into the show. It feels seamless. I mean, we got really excited about all those moments that came out of the book, even if it was like one line. I remember having conversations with Jess, and I'd ask her about a line, she'd say, that's directly from the book, so that's really important. But yeah, it never really, I didn't feel like there was a pressure because of how much people loved this couple. If anything, it just felt like support and warmth because people love them so much. And we just feel very lucky that people kind of accept us as their version of Colin and Penn.
Absolutely.
It's hard to, isn't it? When you imagine something, when you read something, and then to see it on screen. So we feel very fortunate that everyone's welcomed us into that world. Yeah.
And you are perfect.
Thank you.
So lovely. Thank you so much.
It is so great.
Bom, depois nessa história.
So for Nicola,
Yes.
an important moment is when Penelope reflects on having to get married to experience her freedom. How important was it for you to work on this topic?
Well, you know, it's interesting because when you see her at the beginning of the season, she's very much denying who she is because she's going, I don't care about love. I'll just get married for security and that's who I am. But you know deep down it's not. And I think one of my favorite moments in the show is the ballet because so much is unsaid in that moment because there's literally no dialogue. But you see people watching it and the effect it's having on everyone. You know, for Francesca, it's kind of going, okay, this is not like this Lord Samadani, it's not it. For Lady Danbury, you see her reliving the love of Lord Ledger, you know, in her life. And for Penelope, it's going, oh no, I do love love. This is actually who I am at my core. And she's like taken in by it. So it's the thing that then when she's dancing with Debling, it's in her mind. She can't ignore that voice that she's been quieting. Sorry, I think I went slightly off topic there. I hope I answered the question.
No problem. What is the biggest challenge of being friends to lovers couple with all the fans' expectations?
Wow. There's been an overwhelming sense of support, really. And I feel like, you know, Jess, our showrunner, has done such a beautiful job in putting elements from the books into the show. It feels seamless. I mean, we got really excited about all those moments that came out of the book, even if it was like one line. I remember having conversations with Jess, and I'd ask her about a line, she'd say, that's directly from the book, so that's really important. But yeah, it never really, I didn't feel like there was a pressure because of how much people loved this couple. If anything, it just felt like support and warmth because people love them so much. And we just feel very lucky that people kind of accept us as their version of Colin and Penn.
Absolutely.
It's hard to, isn't it? When you imagine something, when you read something, and then to see it on screen. So we feel very fortunate that everyone's welcomed us into that world. Yeah.
And you are perfect.
Thank you.
That's so lovely. Thank you so much.
It is so great. Can you send a message to all the fans, calling them meus amores?
Meus amores. My loves?
Yes.
Down the
my
camera.
lovers. Yeah.
Okay. Meus amores. We send you so much love. Thank you so much for all your support.
Yeah.
We feel it. We've been very lucky to witness it here in Rio.
Yeah.
And we hope we've done you proud. We're very excited for you to see part 2 because there's so much still to come.
Can't wait to share it. You're going to love it, I promise. If you love the carriage scene, you're certainly going to love the second part.
Couple that has been on the show before. Yes. Did you guys feel more pressure because of it?
Yeah, I think weirdly there was like a sense of almost the opposite of feeling like secure in like knowing all departments, working together on something. You know, it wasn't like we rocked up on set and it was like a brand new experience for us. It was like it just had gradually sort of evolved. And also like the cast is obviously, there's such a massive ensemble in the show. There's so many storylines to focus on and dive into that you really feel supported as a cast, like everyone in it together. And when we're making it, it's all just about that.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I think you kind of, like, I think weirdly I felt the pressure more in season 2 about leading season 3 because I was just thinking about it and like making up scenarios in my head. But actually, I think we were so committed in the filming of season 3 that you don't have enough time to think about that. I feel like that's how I've learned it through filming this season. How I counteract my imposter syndrome is like just work really hard and then make that your focus, not anything else. Yeah.
First part of the season, Penelope and Colin talk a lot about how important it is that we stop thinking about what others think of us and just be ourselves. I'm curious to know how you guys deal with that on a daily basis, especially being in the public eye.
Yeah, wow, it's kind of like a real lesson for everyone to take on, including ourselves. Like even throughout the process of filming it, it kind of, you can't help but let those things like seep in. So really like living the whole experience of the show and like really focusing on that and that becoming the main thing between our characters, I think has helped me try and focus on that a little bit more in my day-to-day life, like with, you know, the scale and the madness of this show.
It's been quite nice as well to see fans in person because, you know, we've never had the opportunity to do that before. We didn't have it on seasons 1 and 2 and now like we have the cast traveling around the world, and because that's what really matters when you see them and you know, see like how happy they are and get to meet them and thank them for all their support.
Não vou ficar brava se me achar uma causa perdida.
Não diga uma coisa dessas. Você é Penelope Featherington, não se esqueça disso.
Ela não pretende se casar com você, espera.
Não, só estou ajudando nessa busca.
Desde quando se importa tanto com a Penélope?
The carriage scene has been all over the internet, I have to say it. And I think with those steamy scenes, people always want to know more about it. But is there anything that you think people don't know about it and you think people should know more about it?
There was something I thought actually, when we were rehearsing it, we were really unsure about you being on your knees.
Yeah.
But now I love it.
Yeah.
Because we really wanted us to be like face to face.
Yeah, there was a conversation they wanted us sat
I'm really
like this.
short, so essentially we were anyway.
But then we thought, like, if you're sat next to each other, there's also that thing about, you know, how they say people that have conversations like this, like watching something else or doing something else, like facing the other way, it's like you connect less. There's something about like the physical act of like being opposite each other. So I guess that. But other than that, fans have like dissected every single...
It's so fun. I have been cackling. I've been sending him... Because it's funny because now the like TikTok feels like it's all just the carriage, which is hilarious. But there was... I'm really enjoying a lot of like the straight men, the husbands and boyfriends, pretending they're not into it and stood by the TV. I've seen so many of those.
Just like little peek around the corner.
There was a funny one, I don't know how to send it to you this morning, but I will, of like a guy being like, at first he was like, oh, and then when he was like, I feel like I'm intruding on a secret moment.
Yeah, that's what that scene is. Yeah.
They've just been so much funny stuff, I love it.
É muito agradável vê-los de esplendidamente quente.
So Bridgerton is so popular here in Brazil. After being here for a couple of days and getting to know our country, why do you think the show is so popular here?
Wow, I think I get like a real sense of warmth from people here, and it feels very romantic, and I think that the fans resonate. Like there's a link between the culture here and the show, like the romance of the show.
Yeah, I think you guys have a great amount of joy, and like I feel like you just love living life, and Bridgerton is a real celebration of all things joyful and love and excitement and colour, and yeah, it's amazing how, you know, how much you guys love it here. It means so much to us.
After last night, do you think you can see some Brazilian funk in the next season?
I loved it.
It was such a vibe.
It's so hard to make me dance at things, and last night I was like bopping along.
Yeah,
we had
did a
great...
little shoot before, didn't we, like on the stairs?
Yeah.
It's just so hard not to move to it.
It was so good, we loved it.
Yeah, and I loved like the mix between the Bridgerton stuff as well, because then there was like, it was familiar to us, but then had this like cool... So we'll be throwing those suggestions in for next season.
For sure.
Yeah.
Muito feliz. Guys.
Hello.
I'm Julia from Entre Migas. Nice to meet you. I've got to say, welcome to Brazil.
Thank you.
It was a great time.
Yeah.
And congratulations on the show. You both are amazing this season. Yeah.
Thank you.
You've been playing these characters for a while now, but now you're the leads in the season, and both of them go through some transformation this year. Yeah. So how different was it to come back this time?
One of the most interesting things about the show is that each year we focus on a different love story.
Yeah.
And I think we were super aware that you get your one opportunity to do it, and then you continue to support other cast members as you go on, and your storyline sort of evolves and becomes something completely different. But in that thought process, we just gave everything, and we're just like, let's just dive into this. This is the one chance we get to lead this show and really focus on like the backstories and like the details of this beautiful love story. So yeah, I think it felt different coming back this season. Yeah, it required an extra level of energy from both of us. But it was just so much fun.
Yeah, great.
Since when are you worried about Penelope?
We already got to see some romantic scenes with you guys. So how was it to shoot them? And did you get any advice from the cast?
Oh, I mean, it was intimidating, I think, leading up to it, because you just worry about stuff and you imagine what it might be like. But actually, we had such a good support system, a framework, and a great intimacy coordinator. We communicated a lot with one another about it. So I think, weirdly, one of the ones I was most nervous for was like the first kiss, because so much was riding on that moment. And we shoot the season 2 episodes at a time.
Yeah.
So it's like 1 and 2 together, 3 and 4 together, and so on. But and that kiss is at the end of 2, which was, you know, I think it's like the earliest kiss for a couple in Bridgerton.
Yeah.
But if that moment has to be the moment that Colin realizes his feelings for Penn, and you have to feel that spark. And I was like, God, if that, you know, we don't pull that off. But then watching it back, I love it. I think it's a beautiful kiss.
Yeah. You pulled it off.
Thank
you.
You
You totally did.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But no, I didn't ask anyone directly about cast members. No, I didn't.
I think it's so different and so unique to each love story that it's kind of hard. And like I think about the future of the show, and I don't know if there's anything that I could pass on to people, because each love story is so unique. And also, we've all lived in these roles now for like the best part of 5 years, so everyone knows what they're doing.
And each relationship between each like acting couple is different also, because, you know, Phoebe and Reggae were almost strangers when they started, and you know, then we've known each other for 5 years, so it's a totally different game, you know.
Bridgerton is this huge hit on Netflix, but it premiered during COVID, so I think it took a while for you guys to sink in how much of the success it was. So how does it feel to receive so much love from fans, to be in Rio, to be in a ball yesterday? How does it feel?
I think that's the thing that feels really special this season in particular, is that we're completely out of restrictions. You know, we had it through season 1 and season 2. So this is the first time that we've got to travel with the show and promote it and meet fans in person and actually see how it affects people. And yeah, it's a really beautiful thing to see how much people connect with the show.
Yeah.
And particularly with Colin and Penn, a lot of people see themselves in these characters. Yeah, it's great to experience. Yeah. And
just to wrap it up, can you describe the second part of the season with just one emoji?
A mirror.
Yeah. We join on that. Yeah. In every form.
In many ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great, guys. Thank you. You were so kind. And can we take a picture?
Of course.
Yes.
Amigas do céu, tô até meio tremendo com eles. Deu pra fazer 4 perguntas.
Since the first season, many people were expecting that, waiting for you to be together, etc. And now it finally happened, How did you feel when you knew that in this season it was your time to be the greatest couple of the season?
I feel like there was a sense that it felt like the right time. You know, we were told early on during season 2, and it felt like our storylines were getting to that point. I feel like if we dragged it on another season, people would have found it frustrating to watch. So it felt like the perfect time. And then being able to go through the journey of season 2 and experience that and sort of mentally prepare ourselves was like a really fun challenge. Obviously kind of daunting, you know, realizing the scale of the show and how many people see it. But yeah, just an incredible experience. I wouldn't change a thing. Yeah.
And for you?
Yeah, the same. It's very scary, but also was like a lovely vote of confidence from the showrunners that they felt like it was the right time for us. But you know, like Luke said, it's such a huge show and fans that are so invested. So, but the thing is, I feel you worry about the reaction, but then I always think you can't please everybody all the time. So all we can do is just do the best at this season, and that's what's most important.
Nicola, you became a representation for many women as being the leading lady of this season. How did you feel about this representation for all the women in the world who watch Bridgerton?
I think it's a really lovely show in that there's a character that everybody relates to. So all the time, you know, on the street, people will say, "Oh God, I'm such a Kate," or you know, I really relate to like Lady Danbury or something. So it's lovely, and I think that's what's nice about it being a different lead couple each time, because you know, someone will see themselves in the show, and I think the show has done so much for diversity on screen, and like we have brilliant actors like, you know, Simone and Golda, who've just been so phenomenal. So it's very special to be a part of a show that's like breaking down boundaries for period drama.
Colin travels a lot.
He does, yeah.
Okay, for all the seasons he likes to travel, etc. But do you think that now, that he's with Penelope, he will, relax?
Yeah, it's interesting to wonder what will be the future for them and Colin's traveling plans. There is an element that I think he would travel because he was trying to find something or trying to escape from something. Whereas when, ultimately I hope that he finds a level of contentment in their relationship that he doesn't need to escape. But then on the flip side, like how amazing in future seasons for him to say, let's go.
I think maybe we should be in Greece.
Yeah, Jess.
The opening of season 4.
If we could start in Greece, that would be amazing.
Come on.
Or Brazil.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. Come here.
Yeah.
Is there a song that you haven't heard yet on all the seasons? Because we had we had the Billie Eilish, we had Alanis Morissette. Is there a song that you would like to hear in Bridgerton that hasn't played yet? Sorry.
Well, I'm really obsessed with Chapel Roan, and I'm getting Luke into it.
Yeah, you are.
So I love a Chapel Roan song. There's so many good ones. One called Kaleidoscope, which is really gorgeous.
Let's
and
do that.
Sad.
Yeah.
Go back to being friends, and love is our kaleidoscope.
Join on that because we've been listening together.
Yeah.
So yeah, that sounds great.
That's okay.
We can see that you guys are really close since season 1, and like really good friends.
Yeah.
And how is it for you? Like you spend months together shooting, and then after that, like going apart. Do you text each other every day?
We're still.
I wouldn't say every day, but I would say pretty frequently.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, we do, and we send each other. I think we love the show and love the love for the show, so we send each other a lot of like fan videos and stuff. And we're soppy because there's stuff like there was one the other day that was really long. We watched it in Verona together. And it was so cute, and it was like because I actually haven't watched back season 1 and 2 for quite some time. You have
I did,
more recently. But seeing us like. Just the growth. It's like, it's so beautiful.
I love that you watch the edits.
Oh, we love them. We love them, Goodness, thank you so much.
No, you're fine.
Yes, thank you.
Hi, Nicola. Hi, Luke.
Hello.
Welcome to Brazil.
Thank you very much.
I'm Julia, and it's a pleasure to meet you guys. And what are you thinking about Brazil?
Loving it.
Love it.
Wish we could stay longer.
It's so much fun.
Yeah.
It really is. We're having the best time.
Oh, I'm so happy, and the Brazilian fans love you guys. And this relationship between Penelope and Colin.
Yeah.
And thinking about this romantic mood in the 3rd season, I brought some Brazilian pickup lines, and we'll do a battle here today.
Okay.
Whoever comes up with the best pickup lines for each other, we'll earn points.
Okay.
And in the end, we'll have a pickup line master.
Okay, perfect.
There's a detail. You have to speak in Portuguese.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do our best.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, let's go. The first one is: Seu pai é padeiro porque você é sonho.
Oh, this pronunciation is going to be terrible. Okay. Seu pai é padeiro porque você é sonho.
The next one? Or the...
No, the same.
Oh, my ears.
Oh, you...
I flirted so hard, my ears came out of my...
Wait, what about... Nick's so good at this. Could I repeat the English version back?
Oh yeah, perfect.
Could I do that?
Yes.
Just because I think you're
that
so good at it, I want to, is your father a baker? Because you are a dream.
It was so romantic.
Yeah.
I've lost that one.
I think Luke wins this
Fair.
round, but you have another chance.
I'll give it to him.
Você não é pescoço, mas mexeu com a minha cabeça.
Você não é pescoço, mas mexeu com minha cabeça.
Yeah!
That is so
Yes.
You're not a neck, but you messed with my head. I think Nick won that.
Yeah.
For sure.
We have a tie right now.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah,
1 point for you and 1 point for you. So, let's go to the last one. Você tem brigadeiro? Não? Então pode ser beijinho. Now you have to speak in Portuguese. Because it's the last one.
Você tem brigadeiro?
Não. It's a question. Não?
Não.
Então pode ser beijinho.
Então pode ser beijinho.
In this table, we have a brigadeiro and beijinho.
Oh!
Wow.
They are a candies.
Yeah.
Beijinho is also a quick kiss.
Really? It's cute.
So you have to
Should
try
we do one at
because
the same
it's
time?
very good and typical.
We've actually tried these. It was great.
It's very good.
I ate a whole box.
I love.
It's really yummy.
It's a black chocolate.
Which one is this one?
Brigadeiro.
Was it brigadeiro? Okay.
Brigadeiro. Yes. It's
And
very
this is
good.
the
beijinho.
Beijinho. So this is the little kiss.
Quick kiss in the pickup line.
Okay. Cute.
It's a coconut chocolate.
Yummy.
With condensed milk. It's very good.
Oh, that smells so good. Great.
They're both really yummy.
Did you like it?
Very
Yes.
much.
Really
Oh, thank you guys so much, Rocked.
Thank
I
you.
think you won.
Yeah, you won.
We all won.
Yeah.
Yes.
You won. We
You
all
won.
won.
Yes. It was a pleasure. Really,
Thank you.
and I'm so excited to watch the second part.
Oh,
of
I hope
third
you
season.
enjoy. There's a lot to come.
Yes, I'm so excited. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm gonna finish cake. Nice.
I did them all in one.
Well done.
Enjoy.
So good.
What's up, darling? How are you?
Oh, hi. How are you?
Oh, you're so into me, right? My name is Kadu.
Okay.
But you can call me Love of Your Life too.
Is this a date? It's going well.
I know that I'm hot, okay? I'm gonna give you 3 reasons why you should give up on calling with me.
Okay.
You know?
Let's give it a go.
So the first reason is my style, you know?
Sure.
Like a black t-shirt.
It's a nice cut. Yeah, it's pretty good.
And Colin, you know, like all this tacky clothes, too much clothes here, you know?
A lot of ruffles, right?
Second reason is my beard, you know?
Right. Okay. Would you shave it down if you know?
Yeah, but my beard is like, it's part of my style, you know?
Okay.
And the third reason is that I have a secret weapon. In Bridgerton, Colin may be a lord.
Yeah.
Here in Brazil, I'm the king of love.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
He's not that.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's too much for you to process, right? Oh, dude, she can't stop staring at my muscles. Yeah, look.
I'm only human.
Smiling. Oh, stop. Please focus. My secret weapon is my bopple, but be careful because you're gonna be in love with me.
Oh my god. Okay.
Okay.
I'll try and hold back my emotions.
She's
Okay.
almost kissing me. Netflix, please stop her. So, do you think that you would give up on Colin?
You know, I'm pretty sweet on him, but you know, when in Brazil.
Yeah, I'm the hottest in Brazil, right? She knows it. She knows it.
Nicola and Luke, my name is Juliana. I am a reporter from Metropolis. Guys, the carrot scene is completely shocked Bridgerton's fan base, including me. Do you think the scene is also pleased Julia Queen's readers?
I hope so. I really remember reading that scene in the books like 5 years ago when I first got cast, and it really stuck out to me. So when the day that we came, well, we filmed it over a couple of days, but the meat of the scene.
Yeah.
I'll go now. I don't know.
The moment we got
The
to
main
scene.
moment
Yeah.
in it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I completely agree. And there was a different sort of energy on set, and I think even when we first read that that Jess had so beautifully taken that scene from the book and put it into the show, and how well she'd done it and made it really, we've sort of said before, it sort of encapsulates Bridgerton like at its core, like all of the themes that we roll through in the space of 5 minutes. Yeah, if you wanted to showcase the show like in one scene, I think you could show everyone that
Totally,
scene and
yeah,
just be like, if this is your vibe, it's a lot of people's vibe apparently.
It seems to be.
Dive in.
If I'm not mistaken, this is the first time for both you here in Brazil. Nicola, you
It's my second time.
Second time?
Yes, I'm a
in
local.
Rio de Janeiro?
No, first time in Rio de Janeiro was in Sao Paulo last summer.
Oh,
yeah.
nice. What did you think of Brazilian foods and drinks?
Too good.
Yeah, really good.
They're gonna have to roll us back on the plane. We have some great dinners.
Really have started to.
Where is the best? Pão de queijo, caipirinha?
We didn't get to finish, but they gave us one for a photo shoot yesterday, caipirinha. But we had a sip, and you have to leave it because it's like 10 a.m.
Yeah, but
it was so good.
perfection.
It really was. It was just like crisp and fresh and delicious.
They just go down so well as well.
It's too easy to drink. So good.
Yeah.
What do you think of Rio de Janeiro?
Incredible.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Hot.
I spent some time on the beach. It's lovely out there.
So gorgeous. People here are just so lovely, so welcoming. It's just such a good vibe. And also like seeing people out on the beach at like 10 p.m. It's so cool.
Yeah.
Are we not friends?
It's a fact that your characters have grown a lot this season, especially yours, Luke. What is it like living with Colin as a sensual man this season?
Yeah, it's one of my favorite things about the show is that our characters get to evolve every season, and it's like, you know, it's a gift as an actor because it feels like you get to play multiple versions of someone, particularly for Colin and Penn. We've seen them like grow up. So yeah, it's just something that I love to dive into and work on something new each season. Like there's a new aspect to both their characters, and you know, I'm sure that'll continue in like seasons to come and how they get further and further into adulthood, and you know, yeah, it's exciting.
Yes, it's beautiful, Lua.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Guys, you two have managed to build an impressive chemistry both on and off screen. And it's delightful to see, especially for passionate fans. In your opinion, what do you attribute to the sensual relationship both on and off screen?
I think we're just lucky that we've had the time to get to know one another. It's a really special thing, and we're really like, genuinely, I'm not just saying it, but I adore Luke, and I've known him now so long. We've really had the time to get to know other, in a way like Colin and Penn, because we did, you know, little bits of scenes in seasons 1 and 2, but then we came on to season 3 so much on the same page, because we really care about the show. We wanted to work really hard in it, we cared about the fans, and we just wanted to make the best version. And if you go into that with like that join mindset, it made the experience so wonderful, because you really felt like any day that you were stressed about something or it was a big scene, and it's a lot of lines to learn, and it's a lot of time, so it's an exhausting process. But you're like, I have someone there with me this whole time, and then we've gotten to like travel the world together. It's so great.
It's like a different experience each step that we get to do. And like that, there's something about the shared experience of it. Like you said, like I knew on the tough days that Nick was also going through it as well, and that it gives you that reassurance of like, okay, we can do it. And like you said, we just both committed to it so much. And it was something that I didn't really clock whilst we were filming as much. It was kind of like, looking back, I was like, yeah, we actually gave like, everything to that, like completely. It was,
That's why it's so satisfying to watch back, because it feels like I wouldn't change anything, and I rarely feel like that as an actor. Always I'm like, could have done that differently, could have done this, but we just like gave it our all.
Guys, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. It's nice to meet you.
Hey there, nice to meet you.
No,
we already talked about this. I'm just joking. Yes. Thank you guys. It was really
Thank you so much.
You must keep us updated.
Yeah, I want to know.
I will. Thank you.
How exciting.
Hey there, nice to meet you. I'm
Hello.
Victor. I'm super excited to be here today with you guys.
Thank you.
I know that you've been here before.
Yes.
How's it going this time?
I just love it so much. Like honestly, Brazilians are the most welcoming people on the planet. We know we're here like for work, but we've had so much fun. Like last night at the ball, and just like the vibes are immaculate. So good here.
I know it's your first time here, and I want to know if Nicola already introduced you to one of the best things in Brazil, which is pão de queijo.
Yeah, absolutely. We really
It was day one. I was like, Luke, I'm getting you on this.
It is an essential.
So good. Yeah.
And then now every day since we've been here.
But we've had like honestly, because we've come from Italy to New York to here. But we went from pasta to bagels to pão de queijo. So I'm gonna when I go back to London, I'm like, I just need to eat salad for a couple months. And I've just been like having all the carbs.
I had a video on my Instagram that went viral a few months ago. It is about the young old ladies, which is jovem senhoras in Portuguese. It's not about gender. You can be a guy and be a jovem senhora. It's about habits. You know, going to sleep early, skipping a party. So I have a few questions to know which of you guys is more jovem senhora than other, or maybe we all are jovem senhora.
I love that.
Okay, we do this? On weekends, would you rather go to a party or stay at home, lighting a candle, cooking for you, maybe for your friends?
Definitely staying at home.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. I mean, it's so good, especially when you have like your friends coming over.
Oh, I love that. It's my favorite, cooking
so
for
nice.
people.
Yes, I love
And
this
yeah,
too.
I'm excited for that.
Okay, so we have another one. Speaking of parties, a party that starts at 10 p.m. or a party that starts at 5 p.m.?
I'm actually 10.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Because it takes, I don't know. I'm always late to social events anyway, so maybe that's why. If it starts at 5, I'll be there by 10. But,
I used to be a 10 p.m. girly, but now I'm a 5 p.m. Because then it's like you can have the dinner, then you can have your drinks, and you can maybe like play a game, listen to music, and and then you wake up better the next day because
That's the thing.
Yeah, that
is
is
the best
the
part.
thing.
Party from yesterday, you had the best time ever.
it.
I mean, it started at 5, at 10 you're already at your hotel or home.
Yeah.
And you can have drinks. The hangover is not that bad because
That's so true.
After 30, the hangover lasts for
don't,
days.
girls.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Serious.
I just can't anymore.
No.
Yeah.
This one is the last one, just to wrap up. What is your main habit as a younger lady?
Just so bored. Like I love to like buy like a cleaning product, like an interesting cleaning product, and like spend my Sunday like steam cleaning my oven.
That's very cute.
Ready in time for your party at 5 o'clock.
That's a bit.
There you go. Yeah.
And how about yours?
Oh, you know what I've missed is playing PlayStation while I've been away.
It's good.
That's something that I can't wait to do when I get back. I'm gonna work out a way that I'm able to do it whilst we're continuing on the tour.
Just shut
Because
yourself
I missed
at
that.
home and play.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Should I buy you a Nintendo?
Switch. I'd be here right now. Like, sorry, guys. Yeah.
I have another question. This one's
a
little bit off script.
Okay.
So I know you guys are like in love in the season, which is so nice. And I bet there's a lot of fans asking when the wedding is happening. But this question is actually more for myself because me and my boyfriend, we are together for like a year and a half. And he's moving in. And that's
exciting.
like I got a lot of DMs asking when he's going to propose me.
Oh my gosh.
So I'd like to have you guys like just leaving in a tip about how to propose someone.
Oh.
Wow.
I think, well, obviously if you're proposing, you should know someone well, but I think, like, you should know, like, do they want it public or private? I would not want it public.
Yeah.
I would be horrified.
No.
For some people, I think it's amazing. Don't get me wrong. For me,
I think it's specific to each relationship, isn't it?
is.
Each relationship requires a different... And if it's really personal, like, you know, anyone that I know, like, you know, friends or people on my team that have got engaged, like if it means something to them, it makes it special.
And I think don't worry too much about the moment. What I find quite funny is hearing from a lot of friends when they got engaged, they sort of say it was semi-embarrassing, which I quite like. So the moment, it doesn't have to be like from like Bridgerton. It doesn't have to be super romantic. But it's what's the most important thing is your relationship and growing it in like an exciting new stage. But moving in, that's exciting.
Yeah,
congratulations.
We live like 2 blocks from my house, so we always meeting up. So
it's big. It's
we are traveling in a couple of weeks, so maybe.
I think just enjoy. Oh, you are. Where are you going?
No expectations at all.
Would you ever ask him, or you want him
No, we
to?
already talk about this. I'm just joking.
Yes! Oh my god, cute! I'm excited
I love
for you.
this. Must keep us updated.
Yeah, I want to know.
I will. Thank you.
How exciting.
Okay, guys, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
I love your pin, by the way.
Oh, thank you very much.
In the first 2 seasons, we had as main stories couples who did not know each other.
Yeah.
In addition, couples who at first did not like each other and ended up become like a sort of enemies to lovers. But in this season, it's different because Colin and Penelope already knew each other and already liked each other at least as friends. What does this new dynamic bring to the series?
I love it because it also means that we got to really jump into the story head first. We didn't need to wait around and explain who they were because the audience knew who they were. And to have that, like Luke said it before, but that character development for 2 years is brilliant because you're like, well, I know this person and they feel more real to you. And also then, you know, as actors, having that level of comfortability and knowledge of one another was wonderful because we had trust, and you know, there's a lot of vulnerability in this season, not just with the romantic scenes but with the comedy scenes, because you know, we got to do some rom-com parts which we just loved doing. But you have to like really trust your scene partner in that, because with comedy you take chances, and if someone is not like an open partner in that, it will impede what you want to do. And but the fact that, you know, we could try stuff together and we make each other laugh, like that was great.
It feels, I've said it before, but it feels so appropriate to their love story that the audience has also lived that journey with them. I feel like it had to be that way. You know, if we'd swapped the orders of the books and season 3 was first, it wouldn't have made sense, because you need to see these characters evolve and grow up and find each other and not find each other and all the complications that come from that. I think it means the payoff is even better, because people can go, you know, we've waited for this. Like, we've waited for this, but so has everyone else, like, for all these years. So, yeah, I think it's so interesting that every season a different love story comes to the surface, and, you know, whatever the future holds, it'll be a different romantic trope. So, yeah, it's very exciting. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello. It's giving Lady Whistledown.
I think I know you guys from somewhere.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. We've been...
Netflix?
Yeah, just a little...
Oh, just like...
Stranger Things.
Yes. And this is David Harbour.
Okay. I have a question.
Ask us anything.
You guys ever had tried Brazilian tea?
No. Is it different?
Would you like to try?
Yes, definitely.
Então agora é hora do chá brasileiro. This is my grandmother.
Oh, hello. How you doing?
This is tapioca.
Are we gonna try?
Yes. Meat with cheese.
What meat is it? Because I don't eat pork.
It's not pork. It's a cow. Cow, yes.
This is homemade?
Yes. I don't know what it is made of, but it's so delicious. Remind me, Collie Bridgerton. Próximo prato, por favor.
Hello.
Just my family here, guys.
Obrigada.
This is couscous. Before you eat this, you have to say with all your strong, minha gente, o cuscuz está pronto. Minha gente, o cuscuz está pronto.
O cuscuz está pronto.
Yeah.
Minha gente, o cuscuz está pronto.
Yes. You are Brazilian, Nicola.
I know. I really look it too.
Yeah. And you look. Your time.
I think I'm going to let Nick do that. She's so much better than me.
Okay.
So,
I like it.
You like it? She's Brazilian, guys.
I know, literally. I'm a local right now.
Next plate, please. This is pastel com caldo de cana.
Okay, lovely. And you dip this in?
No.
Okay,
You
no
eat
dipping?
just the pastry.
Okay, all right,
Yes.
Cheers.
the sweetness. Great combo.
A classic combination.
And the last, I heard that I someone here that I love pão de queijo. It's unique.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I made it in my home, alright?
Really?
You have many talents.
Hit the spot every time.
It's so good.
You must be able to.
Maybe a lot in my bag and put them in the freezer.
I'm gonna send you a lot of pão de queijo to your home.
I won't say no.
Okay? I have to confess, you guys, I don't watching season 3 yet.
Okay.
So right now, you guys have to convince me which 3 reasons to watching season 3 from Bridgerton.
Well, your new boyfriend is in it.
I'm gonna watch it.
Also, did you watch 1 and 2? Seasons 1 and 2?
Yes.
So you followed our story for 2 years. You need to see it play out.
True.
In
And
all
you
its glory.
also need to, if you're on TikTok right now, you need to understand what all of the Pitbull edits are about. So you don't want to be out on the joke.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So you gotta catch up, and then before part 2 comes out, you need to catch up. So
Yeah.
Martha, save me, please. I'm gonna open the Netflix right now.
Do it.
I'm gonna watch it.
Let's just sit here. Let's take our shoes off.
Let's watch.
Let's sit and watch Bridgerton together.
We have food here.
Yeah.
Okay.
What more do we need? Caipirinhas. Someone? Caipirinhas? Then we're perfect.
I think it's a date.
I'm the third wheel, but I'll take it.
Oh my God. I'm not single, but I want to date with you guys.
Okay.
Obrigado, gente. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Assistam Bridgerton na Netflix.